Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2013 is incredibly easy to use thanks to the newly defined user interface. Here we have streamlined navigation flowing from the top command bar, so now I can quickly get to the sales, service or marketing information I need. When I go to the sales area, it provides in-context information in the same streamlined flow, so I can quickly look at my dashboards, my accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, and much more. Let's begin by looking at the accounts I may be working with. Here's a list of active accounts, but I can also set up filtered views to show the information I need to see. For instance, I might want to see my clients ranked by spend, and I've profiled them to give me that information here. I may also want to visualize that information using the inline charts. So here I've got a chart showing me clients by growth potential. I can set up many different charts to suit the information I need to see. So here I might want to look at my spend analysis by sector, and here I can see in the business services sector there's quite a lot going on. So if I click on that particular part of the chart, it narrows down the information to the things I need to see. These are just quick examples of the way you can work quickly with filtered views looking at the account information in the CRM system. When I open an account record in Microsoft CRM, I have the same in-context information flowing from the command bar. So directly from here I can look at the activities, contacts, related documents, and a whole host of other records that may be useful in the context of this organization that I may use as standard, or I may have added as tailored records to suit my particular needs. When we look at the layout of the screen, I've got some core information here. I've got their web address, their profile information, phone numbers. I can also see a full interaction history, and if I want to quickly add, for instance, a phone call note because I've picked up some new information on that call, I can do so right on the same screen without clicking anywhere else or going anywhere else, and it instantly stores that information and forms part of the interaction history with that organization. I can see that Nancy is our primary contact there, but there's a host of other contacts that we're interacting with as well. I can also see some of the recent opportunities that we're working on there from a sales perspective, and also some of the customer service issues that we're working on. You'll also notice here there is Bing Maps integration, which is now a standard facility with Microsoft CRM 2013. Let's take a closer look at dashboards in Microsoft CRM. As well as the standard dashboards, you can set up your own new dashboards to suit the way you work. There's a very simple facility to do this. You can create your own dashboards and include charts and views that are relevant to the way you work. So for instance, let's say you are focused more on business to consumer in the way you operate. You may want a consumer spend dashboard showing you the frequency by store that people are visiting, or perhaps their favored brands. The nice thing about these dashboards is that you can drill down to further information directly from the dashboard. So whilst I can see here all of the brands that these people are interested in, I can narrow down particularly to, let's say, brand C, and then I can see all of the individuals that are particularly interested in that, and then go back to the main list here. These are examples of working with dashboards in Microsoft CRM. They're very easy to set up, and you can set up lots of different dashboards to help you visualize information that's important to you. For instance, you may want to track the outcomes that happen from meetings that are on the go. So you could have a meeting outcomes dashboard, and here you can see all of the meetings that have occurred, and then you can drill into the detail on this side of the dashboard. These are quick examples of making good use of the dashboards facility in Microsoft CRM. Okay, let's move on and take a look at the sales, marketing and service features inside Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Let's start in the sales area and take a look at the dashboards. To begin with, I might want to have a closer look at the sales funnel. This is telling me information about what's going on at different stages as things are moving through the sales cycle, and I can narrow down the information by clicking on certain parts of the chart. Here I can see all of these deals that are at a particular stage. If I want to go into further detail, I can open up a record directly from this area. This has now opened up an opportunity record, and the first thing you'll notice that's quite striking is that there is a process bar that runs across the top of the screen. This is very significant. It's a new innovation in Microsoft Dynamics CRM that ensures that all of your staff follow a consistent process in the way they work. You can now set up stages and steps within each stage for people to follow, and it means that users of the system simply have to tick when things have been completed. This makes it incredibly easy to work your way along a sales process and also ensure that all your staff follow a consistent method in the way you go about your business. You can also set up multiple different types of processes to suit different circumstances. So for instance, you may have a renewal process, or you may have a cross-sell process, or a large bid process. These can all be accommodated in these process bars, but you're still working on the same opportunity. So this is a great way to work with potential business and track it in a very effective manner. So when we look at this particular opportunity record, what is it telling us? Well, it's telling us obviously what we're trying to sell. In this case, it's some consulting services, who the contact is, who the client is, when we hope to close this piece of business, what the value of that business is. I can also see any related interactions that have been going on. I can track all the key decision makers that are involved in this process. I can also see if there are any competitors that we're up against. And these are all vital pieces of information that is gathered over time during a sales process. So sales opportunities and the new process bar is a fantastic way of ensuring all of your sales are tracked in a very effective manner. In the marketing area of Microsoft CRM, it's easy to build marketing lists using the advanced find function. Here you can narrow down and look at contacts by location, by job title, by industry sector, or indeed any other criteria that is associated with that individual in the CRM system. Once you have that list, you can then save it and use it within your campaigns. So let's go and look at the campaigns dashboard and focus in on a particular campaign event that's going on. So this is an event that is scheduled, and here we can see there are a number of activities that have been going on. There's some email invitations that have gone out, there's some follow-up phone calls to the delegates, and from that we will start to derive some campaign responses. From those responses we can then turn them into leads, and a lead in CRM sits, if you like, in a partitioned bucket away from your core data and allows you to work that list of leads on an ongoing basis and nurture them until they turn into opportunities. And you'll notice again that it's the same process bar that we saw earlier on opportunities. So here I can see that this is there to be qualified. I can look at their purchase time frame, their estimated budget, the purchase process, and capture some key information before it gets moved on to become an opportunity in the CRM system. When it's ready to be moved on, I can simply hit qualify, and that turns it into a brand new opportunity for the salespeople to pursue. This helps you get a closed loop picture of your marketing efforts. In the customer service area of Microsoft CRM, I can track customer service issues or cases, and I can also track contracts. I can drill into the detail directly from my dashboard, and then I can prioritize my cases directly in this view. So let's take a look at this particular case and see the sort of information that's available. So out of the box, you'll notice again there's a process bar, and this can be tailored to suit specific cases and the way you handle those through to resolution. But here I can track specific information. It will system generate an ID for that particular case. I can track all of the associated activities and interactions, and that's very important when you need to keep an audit trail of all of the interactions that have been going on between you and the customer for historic reference. I can obviously see the customer details here, and I can also see any recent or related cases that may have a bearing on this particular case. If I need to navigate directly to the contract that they have in place, I can do so from this same location. The customer service area also has features for queues, for a knowledge base, and it also has a customer service calendar which allows you to allocate resources and skills as appropriate to the service, and then send them out to certain locations and view them in a scrolling calendar. These are all standard features of the customer service function in Microsoft CRM. There are many ways to configure Microsoft Dynamics CRM to suit your specific business needs. Let's take a look at a few examples over the next few minutes. If key account management is an important part of your business for ensuring you retain that high-value business, you can do so in Microsoft CRM, and you can create a process bar specifically for that process, track it through the entire year, and ensure that the plan is executed in the right way. You can track all of the stakeholders involved in the account, you can track any resulting opportunities that come out of your activities, you can link key strategies to it that you're following, and also keep track of a SWOT analysis for that particular account. It's also important to understand the strength of relationship that you have or any colleagues have with each of the contacts in that organization, and Microsoft CRM allows you to represent that in a chart so you can quickly see where your strengths and weaknesses are in the relationships you have within that account. If bid management is a key part of your business, then you can track the entire process from the initial bid assessment through your win strategy, developing the proposal, onto submission and then review. You can also track key information such as submission dates, contract award dates. You can workflow approval processes through Microsoft CRM. You can keep track of your bid team and also any resources that might be required associated with that particular bid. This is another quick example of how to harness Microsoft CRM in a very effective way to meet a very specific need. Another very common requirement for many clients is the ability to integrate transaction information into the CRM system. This helps end users get a better insight into the accounts or clients they're working with by understanding their order history or their transaction history, and you can see here an example of showing that information as a revenue trend over time. This is another example of using Microsoft CRM integrated into your existing systems.